What is happening? See you here and welcome to a new tactics testing video. Today we have Van Gaal's Netherlands tactic by Josh Daly, and I'll be honest with you, like the last one, I am a big fan of this one. We're going to be using it for a rebuild with POSSESION. That'll be coming out tomorrow. But let's have a look at what this tactic is, and trust me, you will want to see this one. So here we are, and honestly, I'm a massive fan. We have in goal a sweeper keeper on attack. We have a central defender either side of a ball playing defender on defend. We have two wing backs both on attack. We have a Segundo Volante on support here. I love a Segundo Volante, they are unreal. And a Roman playmaker on support, both defensive mids. We have an advanced playmaker in attacking midfield with an attack role. We have a deep line forward on support and a pressing forward on attack. A positive mentality. In possession, we are shorter passing, playing out of defence, working the ball into the box, overlapping left and right with a higher tempo. In transition, shorter kicks, distributing the centre-backs and taking shorter kicks with a hold shape and a counter-pressing. Out of possession, a high press with a standard defensive line, a high press, obviously pressing more often, preventing the short goalkeeper distribution, and that are the roles. This video is going to be a little bit struggling, so I am not doing well today. I'm very unwell. But let's have a look at how Leeds got on at the end of their season. So here we are, the end of the first season with Leeds, and we have 45 points, 2 places above where they were meant to finish as the season preview, and we have some different people in the top goal scorers. But first of all, let's look at the competitions. And as you can see, no cups this time round, but a 5th round of the FA Cup and a 4th round of the Carabao to Norwich, which is a weird one. So what we're going to do is we'll go straight into the cup. We'll go straight into the cup and we'll see how they did in the EFL Cup. First round, Everton, a Premier League team, they beat 1-0. Followed by Watford, a 2-2 with a penalty win. Rodrigo, now, oh, look at that, they nearly won it. A 91st minute goal to win it, then a 93rd minute to equalise for Watford. And then a 3-1 absolute drubbing. It was basically 3-0, 92nd minute goal. Never in that game away at Carrow Road. And honestly, off to a fly is what really set them off there. But in the FA Cup, they got knocked out by Manchester United. Plymouth, they had to do 2 legs against Plymouth. I mean, no disrespect to Plymouth, but Leeds United are a Premier League side. Beat them 2-0, 3-1 against Birmingham, and then a 1-0 loss to Manchester United, a Christian Eriksen 10th minute goal. So not a lot of success there in the league, which surprises me because I do really like this tactic, but I've said this before, especially the 3 at the back, Leeds aren't set up for this. I haven't really got the players for it. If we have a look at the Premier League here, a lot of losses. No wins. They beat Newcastle, beat Brighton. They beat City 3-1, which is surprising actually. 2 90+ minute goals there. Leicester 1-0. Wolves 1-0. Bournemouth. I mean, it's not the best. It's not the worst. They beat Liverpool. Drew with Chelsea. Not great. If you have a look at the Premier League, 12 wins, 17 losses and 9 draws. It is literally the case of not many games drawn, either won or lost. That kept them up. But let's have a look if we are on here. We won't be. It was Louis Sinisterra. I mean, if you go home, he only had 12 goals, Louis Sinisterra. Average rating, we're not on that either. It's not looking good on this front, but I think it'll improve as we look at Hull and look at Bromley, because this squad we haven't got a lot of defenders. They're not cut out for this. We'll go to the squad. Average rating, we have 4 above a 7. I mean, look at that. There's another 4 there above a 0.9. Big fan of that, to be fair. I mean, actually, there's only 3 because I've left thingy on again. I'm an idiot. I have left the Loanies on. But if you look at goals, 12 for Sinisterra, 7 apiece for Aronson and Bamford. Bamford having a nightmare there. Played 39, didn't get any goals, so that's an absolute shambles. I imagine Sinisterra played up top as well, though. Assists, Junior Firpo, who was a left back, but he's not. If you ever see him in real life, he's a shambles with 7. 4 for Mark Rocker, 3 for Rodrigo and Christensen, 2 for Adams, Ayling and Koch. Sorry, Aaron, Ayling and Forshaw. And honestly, this has been a joke. This has not gone well, has it, for these? But we add the points they've got to the kitty. It is a 45 to start off the experiment. Let's get in to Hull. And here we are. We have a promotion. Hull getting promoted in 5th place with 81 points. Norwich running away with 103 in total. But how do we do in the cups? Fourth round of the FA Cup knocked out by Southampton, and the third round to Wolves. So both Premier League competition. Both teams will be playing next year. And let's see those runs in detail. The FA Cup. Middlesbrough, another two-legged affair. 0-0 at home and then a 3-1 away win. I mean, I draw something. Hull, they're not a team I like because I'm a Leeds fan, but it's the same. I think you have Louis Coyle. Louis Coyle is an absolute god. I'm sad. I'm sad we let him go, but he's gone. I'm really excited. I like Hull. They have some mint players. Him, Estupiñán as well. Both very, very good players. Their 2-1 loss, a game they were actually in. Unfortunate there to get knocked out by Southampton. But in the EFL Cup, the Carabao Cup it is what I call it. It must be the EFL Cup now. I don't understand, really. But here we are. They beat Morecambe 2-1. They beat Derby 1-0. That's a nice derby, that really. Played against the Jura enough, haven't they, really, to be a derby. Wolves 1-0 loss in that game as well, so they're not getting outclassed at all. But let's have a look for some big results in the Championship. And as you can see, this team is set up for this formation. There's a lot more wins, a lot less losses. Big wins: Sunderland 4-3, Huddersfield 4-1, Cardiff 3-0, Coventry 4-0. I mean, they lost to Norwich there. They beat Burnley 2-0. Burnley is a very, very good result. Norwich, they beat 2-0 there. They're getting some good wins against teams they need to be getting. But then in the playoffs, they play Blackburn. They win on penalties, 2-3-1 results. And then in the final, they beat Sunderland 3-2 after extra time. So let's have a look at the league and if we have anyone in this. Goals, there's no Estupiñán today. He's not top. He is in 8th with 17. We have Xavier Dimanesh. I always murder his name. With 26. Pookie got 40. That is usually Estupiñán. Pelkas with 15 there. Let's have a look at average ratings. We have Figueiredo with 7.29. McLaughlin with 7.24. And we have 18th and 9th. A nice amount of players there. We'll have a look at that squad in a second. Assists, we have Pelkas with 11. We have Slater with 7. Let's have a better look at this squad. Average rating, we have loads. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the average rating above a 7 and 1 on a 7. Another bunch above a 0.9. I am absolutely, I told you this is a team made for this kind of formation. So is Bromley, so Bromley will probably do well as well. But there, let's have a look at goals. 28. 18 for them, Estupiñán, 17 for Pelkas, and then obviously 4 for everyone else. Kind of, you know, the 3 top main ones there. Slater with 8, Estupiñán with 7, Jean-Michel Seri for 7, and 5 apiece for Cyrus Christie and Callum Elder. So in the league, they got a total of 81 points. We'll go to Bromley and see how they got on. Bromley finishing top of the league with 85 points. I told you these two are made for this kind of thing. First round of the FA Cup and a 4th round of the FA Trophy. FA Trophy first, we got knocked out by Wrexham, because it's always Wrexham with Bromley, isn't it? At least we got promoted this time. So in the 3rd round, we won 3-1 against Havant and Waterlooville. And then Wrexham beat us 4-1, which it's nice not to be the playoffs, because it's usually the playoffs. So I will take that in the FA Trophy, it's fine. FA Cup, we played Dagenham and Redbridge in the 4th qualifying round, sorry. A 4-0 win there, smashing them. Then a 3-1, we scored to Ipswich Town, who were probably championship position, to be fair. They're in League One, but we all know the team is ridiculous. So that's fine. Let's have a look in the league at how we did. Look at these results here. Didn't lose until Notts County, which is refreshing. I mean, I'm sure this has happened before, but I'm sure this exact results have happened before, but it's fine. Wrexham, we lost to Wrexham here. I mean, you look at all the big clubs here. We beat Notts County there. Drew with York. Beat Wrexham there. Beat Dorking. Scunthorpe. We lost. We must have beat Scunthorpe. We wasn't beat Scunny this season. Beat him there. It's fine. We did beat them in the end. Look at the goals. We have Michael Cheek in 3rd place with 29. George Alexander here with 23. And that rounds us up for that. Average rating, we must be in this as well. Michael Cheek with 7.39. Not as many as I thought they'd be, to be fair, considering we won the league, which is weird. Jude Arthur, a player I've never seen before on the assists. That's nice. He's in 8th. Jude Arthur's is defensive mid. Defensive, I suppose the playmaker in the air, it makes sense. Corey Whiteley with 8, joint 11th there. And let's have a look at our squad for average ratings. 8 players above a 7 is brilliant. 2 on a 7, and then another 4 in the 0.9s. Big fan of this. I actually do really buzz off this formation. Goal scored, Cheek 32, Alexander 24, and Dennis 13. And then assists, you have 8 apiece for Foster, Arthurs and Whiteley, and 7 apiece for Cheek and Dennis. I actually really like this, I'll be honest with you. I'm a massive fan of this. But in the league, we ended with a total of 85 points, putting this score at 70, meaning we are in 3rd place with this formation, but genuinely, it is one of my favourites. This and the Crusher Mzungu is one of my favourite ones by far. But there'll be a rebuild tomorrow with PAOK. Please come and see how this formation gets on over a 5-year period. Stay safe, guys, and thank you for watching.